So I am going to go over the Morse Fall scale really quick since you're a nurse. So what is the score that you would watch out for as the threshold for setting alarms? Yes. Nice. Yes, so all of the units have this laminated either on their fall board, if y'all have a fall specific board, or on the harm board, but it just goes through all of the pieces of Morse more in depth if you need help with that. Then fall risk bracelet, they should have that on. I need you to sign that just at the top so we can put this in your education file. This should be you should know what this looks like. It's the bottom of the bed that shows it's connected to the wall. Yes, so the bed goes to one side and then the box goes to the other. This one should always be plugged in.
The cord doesn't stand there, it goes with the bed all the time.
Yes. When you unplug the bed,
You should have that.
you should take this out, use this piece then to be a placeholder so it doesn't continuously go off. They go off to dialysis, to the OR, wherever. When they come back, transport should undo the placeholder, then put this back on. If they're not, let your leader know and they'll message me because I'm the site lead so that I can follow up with whomever dropped them off so they can do more education with their team. But then that's how it should go. The beds, the specialty beds, have that same plug. If they're coming up without the plug, call Biomed. They will contact our Joe to get us the plugs, but it should come with it so they can connect to our system. So this just connects it to the call light system. That allows it to do the rainbow blinky overhead to let us know our patient's out. So the green box, these are new. We upgraded these in July this year. So this status bar here shows green blinking. That means it's connected, it's good to go. If it's blinking yellow, it's in standby mode, and if it's blinking red, then something's not connected properly. This is the battery light. Same, if it's yellow, batteries are running low. If it's red, it's about to go dead. Batteries are, in this case, underneath. You just slide it out. 4 AA's you can get from SPD. On this side, this new box also you can connect 2 sensors, so you can have the bed and the chair alarm connected together. So the only thing with that is that the machine isn't smart enough to know when both of them are connected and both in place. So one needs to be undone and the other one completely together so that it knows which one it's watching. On this side, you have lots of options. So there's a voice record option. You can push this button. It's going to give a little tone to beep, and then you can have family members record their voice, like, "Hey mom, stay in bed please. I love you. You're safe. You're in the hospital." Whatever, but we know that family members don't stay with patients 24/7, and so you can record their voice, and when they go to undo it, that's what's going to play. You can change the volume on here, you can change the tone. That's good if you have multiple patients, and if they're all on this tone, you want to set it to something different so you can hear and know that specific patient you're watching out for. You're going to run to their room. And then the mode will just change between tone only, voice and tone, or voice only. So this belt alarm, have you used it before?
Yes.
Okay. So it has anchor points with Velcro. It's going to go to the space that we use for restraints. So the same little bar that we use. Did it? That's okay.
I don't even want to tell you.
So it tells you that this part goes out. You're going to want to anchor it on both sides, and then when it comes open, you're going to have the patient lay on top of it, and it's going to go kind of in the middle of their back. You want it to go snug against them in their midsection. And so this is the tricky part that everyone gets hung up on. It's not always together. Sometimes it's in pieces. So it's always white to white, blue to blue. So that's going to go on there. This has a little pouch. These patients are always combative. That's why you're using the belt, to keep them in bed. So you have a partner who's helping them keep you safe. This part slides through, and then you're going to slide it to however wide the patient is, and then you're going to firmly place that blue up against the blue. On the inside, there's a piece underneath, and that's what you're connecting it to. This just goes under So now the sensor's reactivated and it's gonna go off when the patient tries to get out of bed. Gonna reconnect when it's back on. The patient's able to roll side to side. You can clean them up with this. It's really sturdy, so they're not gonna go anywhere when they're trying to get out. That's why we connect it to those anchor points, so it doesn't come undone and then they roll out of bed with it. This is supposed to be in addition to the bed alarm, not in lieu of. So we know that our patients can be wiggle worms, they can slide out of that, but then the alarm on the bed is gonna be our backup to use. The chair alarm is the same, just a little different. So white to white, blue to blue. So most of the time when you're coming in, it's completely undone like this. You want to take the blue pieces, put those together, then take the white piece and connect it. And then you're gonna have the patient sit in the chair, put their back flush against the chair, and then we're gonna tie them up. So their back's flush against the chair, you put this around them like a seat belt. That's what we tell our people. For these chairs, you're gonna go through one of the loops at least so that they don't just try to shimmy out of it. For the recliners, you want to make them flush, but then click it back like one so that they don't have feet on the floor, stand up, and then topple over with the recliner on top of them. The back is what gives people problems. So it's like a gate belt. So you put it through both loops and then open the loops, come back through one loop, pull it tight, and then that's tight. So you want that to be snug against the back of the chair with the patient in, so that they, again, don't like kind of shimmy out from underneath it. And this needs to be in front of the patient. So for it to be self-releasing, they have to be able to get out of the belt. If we have it turned to the side, then we've just tied our patient to the chair and that's a restraint. So we would have to document like we have our patient restrained, which the whole point of this is to not have to do that, and to buy us extra time to get into the room when the alarm's going off, and then hopefully help the patient be redirected. They're still figuring out the other blue piece so that they're not like up and on the floor when we get to the room. Questions? What you got for me?